Hi guys,
This
I'm
will be
Robin. Jack
episode
is not
4.
here. I'm just doing the show by myself today. Welcome to... Oh, hi Jack.
Hi guys, Jack
Hi
here.
Robin with Inwits. I'm not alone. We're here.
Yeah,
We're
we're
here.
Episode 4.
Episode 4,
Welcome
Heroes, Healers,
to-
Hustlers.
Episode 4.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. It's early.
Yeah, I'm okay today. I'm doing pretty well. So shall we get in with it?
Yeah,
Into
sure.
it.
Absolutely.
Where do we start?
Yeah, where do we
Well,
start?
we start straight. You know what I'm liking? If we just go straight into a challenge. I love when
That's
Survivor
right.
America does that, and they
That was
do
good.
it often. It's like, yeah, the credits have
you-
rolled, bang.
You
there's
see
the
them
challenge.
walking back from the tribal,
Yeah,
and then the very next thing is them at the challenge, you
Yeah.
know, rolling up the challenge, which is great.
yeah, and I love the fact that challenge is all set up. They think they're going in for
Yeah.
a regular challenge. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, we're switching it up.
Switching it up.
And I thought that's cool because you don't have any time. Because usually a switch
Yeah.
is almost, I can't remember, but switch for me seems to be like, that's the thing, we're now switched. You've got
Yeah.
a little bit of time. But I'm
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
wrong. You probably do go straight to challenge, but just from my Australian watching
No, I
so
think-
often.
I think you're right. Like sometimes he's called them together. There's been no challenge, and he's just done the switch, and
Yeah,
that's
just
it.
switch. And
That's it.
so it was cool to kind of go, yeah, well now we've got to work together with these
Straight
people I've
away.
never met.
Straight away, you know, boom, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Loved
was
it.
Jeff's words, wasn't it? Like, okay, well, it's time to see if you guys can work together, you know?
Yeah, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that
Yeah,
concept.
so did I.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it really put the pressure on them straight up.
Yeah, and we have, oh god, now it was so much easier before to be like the Heroes tribe, the Healers tribe, the Hustlers
know.
tribe. I don't know the tribe names.
Red, blue, and yellow.
Okay, yeah, so,
Oh,
god, now I'm confused with who's on who. Blue one? No, yellow one. Had to be in red. Who won?
The reward challenge
Yeah.
was won by the blue tribe.
Blue
Oh,
tribe.
sorry,
Yeah.
no, wait.
The yellow tribe. No, wait, red. It was the
Red.
red tribe. No,
Red tribe.
it was green. Run by
Because-
the green tribe.
Ben, Chrissy, Cole,
Yeah.
Mike, and Lauren
Yeah.
won the reward challenge,
Laura.
which is red
Is
tribe.
it Laura?
Lauren.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of a reward, and
Well,
we get...
peanut butter and jelly, not something I've never eaten. But
Neither have I, but it's an American thing, and I'm sure it's delicious. Except I'm allergic to peanut butter, so I'll
Yeah,
just
there
have
you
the
go.
jelly, which I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure is just jam.
That's jam.
Yeah, so I'll have that.
I don't know what flavour of jam they put on
Strawberry.
peanut butter. You sure?
Yeah, it's the only one's gonna go well with peanut butter.
How do you know?
Because blackberries,
Raspberry?
no. Oh, raspberry, no.
Raspberry, come
Definitely
on.
not apricot.
No, definitely not
The
apricot.
two colours are too similar.
Or
You have to-
marmalade.
Nah, if it's a
Oh.
yellow jam or jelly, you gotta switch it.
Exactly.
It's gotta be a red. It's gotta
It
be a
does,
red.
it does.
Can't be bluey black. It's gotta
No,
be red.
it's got to be red.
Surely, because that's what the cartoons used to show me as a kid. Anyway, we have the reward and the nice little chip packet surprise.
Oh, okay. Jessica played pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
she,
yes,
even
yes.
in the 1-to-1, she was like, she became conscious that she was staring at the packet, but
Yeah,
because it was in a social environment, nobody actually ever noticed, you know.
yeah.
So
No one
she did
noticed.
right.
And she kind of kept it, and they all went off, and she must have said, "I'm gonna go to the toilet,"
Yeah.
and snuck off without anyone thinking anything else.
Exactly. And look, the only downside here is that she's actually told Mike and Cole.
Well, the only downside I think is that she's told Cole. Really.
no, but what I mean is like, I don't think with that advantage she really needed to tell Cole.
Oh,
or
yeah, no,
Mike.
she
You
didn't
know
need
what I
to
mean?
tell
She didn't
anyone.
need to tell anybody about
But
this.
I guess, once you've been switched into this tribe, it's like, oh my god, what can happen? Please no one flip. We've got the majority. This is going to help us.
Yeah.
Like, there's a bit more panic of how
But I
the
think
tribe harmony might be.
I think with 3 there, in a 5-person tribe, she didn't have to worry about that too much. I mean, she at that stage she was pretty much counting on, like, she thought she could count on Cole,
Yeah.
right?
But
And Mike, I think, would like between Jessica and Cole, I think they could make Mike feel fairly comfortable about the situation, right? So I don't think she needed to tell
I
anyone.
think Mike was relatively relieved with that tribe
I-
switch up.
I think so, because he didn't
Yeah.
have Joe constantly
Yeah.
putting a target on
Yeah,
him.
and he was only on the bottom for that one single reason. And
Exactly.
And that, I think he was kind of relatively relieved that he's got the numbers.
Yes, exactly.
And the people who has probably necessarily not been negative towards him.
I think, the other thing is that they didn't get 2 from blue, they didn't get 2 from red.
Yeah.
They got 1 from blue, won from red, right?
Yeah.
So that's another reason to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because they had not worked.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't your Devon situation where you had two on either side, and
That's
that's
right.
the tribe split in half with one swing. It was literally one majority and two swingers.
So she didn't really have any reason to tell them as far as I could see, but I understand why she has.
Yeah.
It's an inclusive act, you know, saying like, we have this advantage almost, you know. So I understand that. And I'm not going to mark it down too hard.
And now, before we go further with that advantage, no, it's nothing. I just really like, you know, we've been going for 37.
They've changed it up.
They've changed it up again. It's like, this is our second one. It was a once-off use again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
These one-shot rewards.
I'm liking them.
I like them.
Yeah.
That can be gifted if you're not a tribal, that are anonymous. I think it's a fascinating new element to a tried and true method where we, like I said, we understand gameplay and people are now understanding and idle play. Yeah, they get played wrong quite often, but people know idols so well that it's just common. Yeah, go look for an idol.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't find one, it's not out there yet, but go look for an idol.
Yeah, look, for the last 3 years, really, as soon as they hit the beach, somebody there is going to be going looking for an
longer
idol.
than 3 years, longer than three, almost past 10 seasons.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, 5 years.
You know, it's a long time that this idol play and how the idol play has developed into mainstream. That now we get this mix-up that's just really nice.
Yeah, no, look, and like you said, the good thing about it is it's only useful for one rival. That's another thing I'm like, you know, it's not something like it's not like she got an advantage that she could just carry to 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it is. So that's good too.
Yeah, it's great.
You have to use it.
I think it's brilliant.
And I like the idea too. The other thing is that they've put in that thing of, if your tribe doesn't go to council, you have to send it to somebody on the tribe that does. Yeah. And that really changes things up.
That changes things up. And I love it. They can be super powerful items.
For sure. Blocking somebody's vote with a tribe of 4 to 5 people, that's huge. A lot. That's a big advantage.
Huge advantage. And they're so powerful, but they aren't big game breakers because they're just one-offs. Love it. I really love this addition to the game.
I think this is probably going to be a theme for this season of
we're two in. I think we've got a few more of these coming through.
Exactly. So we've had 2 in 4 episodes. So I think we've got a few more to come.
And I love it. Bring it on. I want to see what they do. They're these powerful things that
I'm going to be interested to see what they do with them post-merge.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. But I think that's why we're keeping the 3 tribes more often smaller numbers, so we can get these basically messages.
Exactly, that's right. It's like Chinese whisper. You know, it's fantastic. It's a very good element.
Like, we praised Australian Survivor for mixing up the challenges quite often. Yeah. But you can never fault American Survivor for how they throw a twist into a game. Their twists, they've always been well thought out twists.
Well, it's not a half-baked idea.
No.
They've thought out how to do it. They've gone through all the pros and cons of how to do it, and they've come up with a really good way of doing it.
I bloody love it. I really love it. So that's all I wanted. Just was a little aside. I just really wanted to say that, geez, American Survivor just throw us some really nice twists. I really like this being completely anonymous.
Yeah. That's the other thing, isn't it? Jessica got to send that advantage to somebody without anybody knowing she sent it.
And that's great. I love that.
So she can be that.
Oh, wait. What did I forget to say that I really loved last week? That we didn't say in last episode. Editing.
I forgot.
Crap! I really wanted to bring it up. I really liked it.
I said to you, just bring it up.
Yeah, and I forgot about it. There was something that happened in last...
It was.
It was. It was at Tribal Council. Sorry, this is a big aside, and we're going back to last week. But when Jeff was at Tribal and was like, you know, Ryan, this is just like when you've got a girlfriend. Yeah. And Ryan's like, I've never had a girlfriend.
I've never had a relationship.
Endearing.
Yeah, lovely.
Go along. Look, I had a bit of an idea.
This episode, I suppose we're about to talk about it, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but Ryan with Chrissy was pretty endearing.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was a nice, touching moment.
Nice little moment. And look, and that tribe switch really worked well for Ryan and Chrissy. Like, Chrissy being in this powerful thing with Ben gets split up from Ben. Ryan gets split up from Devon, and they were both in really good. You feel they were in really good positions. Really strong, tight, smart alliances. Get split up, get put together. And now it's almost like, yeah, cool. Ryan has gone straight there, opened it up, and it didn't look like Chrissy could didn't want to use that against him. She probably will. I think she's a very clever player. If she needed to vote him out, she would. But at the moment where Tribe is sitting, they might go along together for a little while. And hopefully Devon and Ben can reunite and you've got a nice little 4 to continue on through the merge. Hopefully. It's going to be a bit of a... Yeah, but that was a really nice moment.
Oh, look, I did... and I think Ryan played it very well. I think Chrissy played it very well. I mean, not in that they played their genuineness. What I mean is, like, you know, both of them were looking for somebody in the change-up, and they found each other through this genuine moment.
And it's something I actually really like, because I do want to go back to Jess in a second. Yeah. What I loved about this is Ryan and Chrissy don't sit there and go, all right, we got to go against head-to-head, which is, again, great from the advantage being given. But it's just, you know, we're a fresh tribe. Let's see what else we can manoeuvre and get out someone else that we want to. It's not about hustlers versus healers versus heroes. It's never been about that. That was where you start.
But then you compare that with, like...
Which we have to go to eventually.
Which we have to, and it's completely opposite.
It's completely opposite.
I agree.
For the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons,
well.
yeah. But, you know, I agree with you. Like, Chrissy and Ryan and Ali, they're not drawing lines in the sand. They're not going, oh, hang on, we're red and you're blue, so...
What you could potentially end up with is what we saw in Australian Survivor, where it's like 4 of us, get out raw.
Exactly.
We don't need a swing vote. Let's stick strong to 4 and not lose again.
Yeah.
So I really like that approach. Merge together and become a tribe without the divisions.
But I think Ali's proven she's the sort of player who wouldn't particularly draw a line in the sand about working with anybody.
Yeah,
JP, we don't know because JP doesn't talk.
JP crushing on Ashley, and that's about all we want to know. And without Ashley, JP's a bit more bland.
Well, it's not he's bland, he's just the silent type. He just doesn't talk, you know. Well, let's say it this way, Aussie is probably a conversationalist compared to JP.
And he's not a talker at all.
No, that's right.
So, anyway, going back to Jess, right?
Yeah, go back to Jess.
And she goes and tells
Cole.
Well,
she tells Cole and Mike there.
And then Cole, within almost seconds.
This actually, I'm going to have to say I was a bit wrong about Jessica last episode here, because I said she was upset with Cole mainly because he didn't run his plan past her first, right?
No, she's...
But I think this time it proves that what she said was actually correct. Like, she said in that episode that Cole just had to blurt stuff out. And this is what Cole's done straight away.
Yeah, but it's almost like Jess has gone, like, I kind of feel for the girl, because... You know, she's almost like a relationship, and you've got this cheating boyfriend.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, that's what it feels like. It's like, you've lied to me. How can I trust you? And she's like, every guy I get, I'm like, this is a nice guy. This is a nice guy. But sooner or later, they screw me over. And you're like, did you tell? No, I didn't. And then he had to...
But then, you know, Mike, like, she looked at Mike, and like, honestly, like, she could look, you look at Mike, you look at Colin, and you go, well... If Mike told, he'd be a complete idiot.
Yeah, he'd be a complete idiot to come over and go, hey, did someone tell anyone about it? They know about the idol. How do they know about the idol?
Importantly, if he's the one that told him, why would he bother coming over?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like,
and
that moment there could in Mike's case could have been pull Jess aside.
Did you see the hashtag?
No, I missed the hashtag.
Oh, hashtag busted.
Oh yeah, great, yeah, exactly. It's like, but Cole, what are you thinking?
Look, I think this goes back to the last episode and Jessica's summing up of Cole, right? And she said he blurts things out. He's got no control. And she said, you know, part of having...
for a day.
It's great to have knowledge, but most of the power of having knowledge is if other people don't have it.
Yeah, the secrecy.
The secrecy of it, you know. And she's right. Like, he's just right. Oh, if I tell... it worked really well with Jessica, and if I tell Ben and Lauren, right, it'll work really well with them.
So everyone bloody knows.
Yeah.
So what's the point of it?
If everybody knows, then there is no advantage to telling them anymore.
Yeah. And it's just gone. Like, part of me is like, you know what, Cole? Done me once, shame on me. Done me twice,
exactly.
Shame on you. You're gone.
You're gone.
Yeah.
So I think Cole has actually put himself in the outer. And with Mike and Jessica. Mike and Jessica are
if I was Jess, I'd be getting rid of Cole. He's a liability. He's a liability. I know you kind of have some feelings towards him, but he is a liability. He's shown it. He's shown his knowledge of the game doesn't seem to be working in anyone's favour.
Well, I think you're correct. Just say he's a liability.
Yeah.
You imagine imagine trying to pull a blindside with this guy.
Oh, you couldn't.
Right, you'd be sitting there going, how many people know?
Yeah, well, I told them that you wanted to vote them out so they could be trusted, so they would trust me.
So they would trust me.
We want them to go home, Cole.
No, right?
We're working together. How do we get to the end if they all know we're voting them out?
Look, we spoke about previous episodes, Alan being a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Well, this is, pretty much the ultimate loose cannon.
This is a different style of loose
Yeah,
cannon. Like,
exactly.
Alan's short fuse.
Yeah, exactly. But this guy's just like...
This guy is, where the hell are you pointing? Like, what are you doing? We can't control you in any way. You can't control yourself, or whatever you're doing makes no sense. You're a wild card.
Exactly.
And wild cards are bad.
And that's pretty much how it works in Survivor, isn't it? If you start to realise that with the wild cards, you can't work with them.
Yeah.
And that's when you go, well, they got to go.
Yeah.
And with Cole, that's exactly what he's just done with Jessica and Mike. But, like, Jessica and Mike aren't going to just sit there and go, oh, well, that's just Cole.
They might just keep him along. But part of me, if I was them, I'd be like, you know what, Cole, serves you right.
Oh, but, sorry.
I can't work with you.
They may keep him around, but what I mean is that, like, he will be on the out in the sense of, like, whatever strategy's decided will be done between Jessica and Mike, and they'll decide what to tell him.
Yeah, I would hope that's the case. I really would.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious to me. So I don't think Jessica's going to trust him again to the level that she did. Yeah. So anyway, but maybe Cole's opened that tribe up for them, for Jessica and Mike now, because Jessica and Mike can go to Lauren and Ben and go, look, why don't we form a whole new tribe? Us four. Cole's the automatic out. You know what I mean? Like, and that will actually form a bond, because if you can go to Lauren and if you can go to Ben, who are both one person from other tribes, and go, listen, our preference is Cole to go first, which is one of their own.
Yeah, 100%.
That is a great way to build trust.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they could actually Mike and Jessica can turn this to their advantage, use Cole, and get a solid tribe out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than,
They could.
Yeah, exactly. So.
We head off to immunity and red losers, don't they? No, blue losers. No, yellow losers. No, green losers. They started off better than I thought they would in the challenge.
Well, actually, no, they were last on the ropes.
Yeah, but they still started better than I thought they would. I know they were last, Jack, but they started much better than I actually thought they would start.
Well, you didn't think they'd even get to the line the ropes.
No, I thought they were going to be so bad.
That is funny.
We get Alan and Ashley on the same tribe before they go to immunity.
Well, this actually... Let's go back to Alan's gameplay prior to this, right? Where he decided to put a target on JP and Ashley, right? And it's pretty much, look...
It's backfired.
It has backfired massively, because Ashley's sitting there going, I'm on this tribe, and there's only one reason I'm going to work with Alan. And that's because I have to.
But you don't have to. Like, this is what...
No, that's right.
That's what kind of frustrates me.
Yes.
Like, you're stuck with someone who's burnt you big time.
Badly.
And now you kind of go, well, we're together.
Yeah.
Why have you drawn this line in the sand where it wasn't easy... Look, it worked out.
It would have been... Look, Ashley could have just sat there, got Desi and Joe aside and gone, look, there's no way I want to work with this guy.
Yeah.
And they could have made it Alan the easy vote.
Easy vote.
Right, with Devon, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have to put Devon in the swing position. They didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah, we can start to exclude one, put him on the out, and just straight off the bat, really, really, really simple. If that was Ashley, look, as someone who I feel was a stronger player than potentially Ashley is, that was what you would have done easily. But why Ashley stuck to Alan? It baffles me.
It baffles me too. It seemed automatic. She was in her not on one to camera, but in her voiceover to one of the scenes, she said, I think Alan's as nervous as I am. And that's the only reason I couldn't put it down to. Maybe
she just was afraid.
She was just afraid and like, well, there's no way we can work with them. But that's the point of Survivor. And you've actually got to sit there and go, even though I feel like there's no way I can work with them, I've got to.
Yeah,
that's the point of Survivor.
And it's that one's an easy one for one vote. like, and you get rid of the person you get rid of the one person. Yeah, he looks physically strong and whatnot, but God, he's shouting and barking orders in a challenge. Like, someone who's going to do that is usually slowing down the tribe. Like, more often than not, someone who's barking orders and telling
he was like yelling on the ropes.
Yes,
and they were slow.
And they were slow. It's like
it was. That was fine. And then you look at the other two tribes.
Silent, just watching where the ropes are.
Exactly.
And just no. You got if some person's wrong, no, over that one.
Yeah.
Cool. And it was easy. Whereas he was, I personally think someone who barks orders, yeah, they might be great at the challenge, but they generally slow everyone else down because they make everyone else feel a little bit, oh, I can't stuff this one up.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
getting told what to do.
That's
I don't want to piss
right.
him off even more. It was just an interesting reason for Ashley to just stay there. Like,
Well, no, I think you've hit the nail on the head though. It's poor gameplay on Ashley's part, not being able to think outside of like, she's stuck with that whole "we're blue" attitude, and that's killed her game.
Yeah, it was like, and it's like we've got to get Devon on our side. No, we've got to get Devon on. But that's granted. Desi and Joe, is it Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Desi and Joe still had the same mentality.
Absolutely,
we've got to get
the
Devon
same
on our
mentality.
side.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Exactly. Move around. Like,
See if there's a crack in the two.
Like, actually, Rourke, when Jeff asked her on the beach when she was the one person
on
out
hers.
on her. And he said, "How do you feel?" And she said, "Well, it's a challenge and an opportunity, and that's what merge is—an opportunity to work with people you haven't previously worked with." Now,
Well, definitely. Well, especially a switch up like this, not the merge, like the merge down the track. Yeah, it's a bit harder. The lines are more.
No.
But,
This is
but
just
these switches.
Well, this is the
3,
thing.
4 like episodes in.
Ashley's had huge problems with Alan up till now.
Mm.
If I was Ashley and that merge happened, I'd be sitting there going, "Oh, thank God, there's other people I get to work
Yeah,
with."
if I was if it was say Ashley, Alan, and one of the and maybe a Ben or a Chrissy, like another third, then I'd be like, okay, we've kind of got to stick together here. It's going to be, I don't want to rock the boat.
That's
but when it's just you and him,
Yep.
it's 101 easy, and you have no connection with him at all, and you just want him out. Get him out.
Absolutely. Look,
Like I can't see that as being any.
She had no trust in him.
Yeah, no trust in him. Build up trust in these other 3 people that you could work with. If you need to, say Devon was a swing vote and we lost the vote, or say some sort of tribal happened and they voted for Alan because of his physical threat, and your other tribe won't think anything different.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get rid of that person who's really rocking your game a lot. But that said, he was relatively tame because he was nervous, and then they lose.
Wow.
And then Joe decides, I'm going to get the target on me.
Well, look, I said, I think either last episode or the episode before, that I didn't. I think Joe plays in his head and he doesn't actually play in reality, but he actually did this pretty well.
I think not.
Oh, okay.
I think he did it. I'd give him a B minus.
Oh, look, he's got the right idea, right? There's 2 ways to play an idol offensively, well, 3, right?
Yeah.
But he's picked up one good way of doing it, which is you make sure it's you.
Yeah.
And then you play it, and then you get out who you want, right?
Yeah. Look, he did
do that.
He played an aggressive stance.
Absolutely.
And I'm more of a subtle. If I was going to do that, I'd be more subtle because I don't want to. Now you've gone hot-headed and exploded on camp, and everyone's come, and even Desi is going, thanks for throwing me under the bus. Like, thank you. They're after me now. And they were at a time.
Well,
they actually go, well, he's got an idol. Who's he going to play it for? That's a point of discussion for the 3 that want to play it.
Yeah.
Who can we don't know where he's going to throw it. Who do we throw out? Who do we put it on? Now we have to play the mind games, because what my problem is with this offensive play is that he's gone so offensive that it's now obvious he has an idol.
Well,
this is the problem I have with it.
I don't know about that, but I think
they all knew.
No, they didn't know.
They said, yeah, well, that was the topic of conversation.
No, it was if they had idols.
Yeah,
they didn't say he has an idol. Yeah. That's my problem.
That suspicion has been raised now because of your actions.
Well, this is the thing, though. Everybody in that tribe now knows what Joe's like when he has an idol.
Mm-hmm.
Joe is not going to be the same sort of person now that he's lost his idol.
Yeah, he's gonna come out aggressive and strong.
Yeah.
And look, great for someone using. And look, I give Joe props for using his idol.
Well, no, look,
to his advantage.
He did the right thing. There's a couple of ways of doing this. One, you can use the social network. If you've got a good social network and you know who's being voted for, and it's not you, then you can use the idol offensively. You go, okay, I'm going to play for that person so I can get out who I want.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't have a good social network to do that. Right? But he did do the old, I'm going to put the target on me, and that way I know.
And I don't mind. I don't mind it, but I would have liked something different.
Look, I think he did not do that well. He could have done that a lot better, the whole putting the target on himself.
What I would have loved is to go, I don't know, I would have gone, look, I've been having problems with Jack.
Yeah.
And I go over that trial.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to get rid of him? I'm ready to get rid of him.
He should
So
have
then
gone.
they feel safe and comfortable.
Exactly.
You come back. I play the idol for you,
That's the
and we
preferable
vote
way.
out them. Like it's just subtle. It's clever.
That's the preferable way.
Yeah, coming in and
sometimes
exploding. I just think,
Well, look, he could have gone to Alan and Theo and just gone, look, Desi's a problem.
yeah,
Or he could have actually said to Desi, go to Alan and Ashley, tell them you can't work with me.
Yeah.
Right, and that you want to get rid of me.
And I'll be blowing up, and then you have these moments of, this is what he was like back at the
That's
other
right.
camp.
That's
exactly. And he was always like this.
That's a better way of doing what he was doing, right?
Yeah, if you're going to explode, you kind of got to get. You want the target on your back.
Yes.
But you also want to make sure the target cannot possibly be on your alliance's back.
Exactly. So no, look, he could have played that a bit better, but look, the basic game plan was there of like, make sure you know who the vote is so you can play the idol.
Yeah.
But even when he went up, I think I still think he wasn't sure.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's my problem with his gameplay. He didn't do it well enough for it to be sure. He should have known where that vote was falling, not through social, but through through his own ability to manipulate the game in his favour. Yes, if you can know through social, great. But if you can't blow things up so you actually don't know where you can play it. But granted, well done on. He said it. I read your face. Thank you for telling me who you're voting for. You know,
well, look,
whether he did or didn't is it.
I think that's a bit of gameplay on his part.
Yeah,
just to sort of put a doubt into Ashley's mind about her ability to keep, stuff. But look, the other thing I loved about it was, Devon, after the vote was done and everything, turned to him and said, "Well done."
Yeah, great.
Well done.
Look, agree. I agree. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not against Joe's gameplay. I think
no, he could have executed a lot better.
I just think the execution was definitely not in elite category.
Well, the problem is it's kind of like a B grade player because he played B grade to get the idol.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. An A grade player would have got that idol without Cole.
Yeah, and no one would know about it.
No,
it's like, and here you go. Here's the difference. And not that. Look, we all know I love a Russell Hance and I love a Parvati.
Yes.
But they're both. Everyone knew Russell's going to throw an idol down, and Russell knew everything until Parvati took the idol off Russell and took out another idol she already had.
Yeah.
And Russell was blown away. Like Russell's an A grade player in my mind.
Yeah.
Parvati is A plus. Parvati is a winner.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
And this is where Joe falls short of both of those categories.
Oh no! He's not an A grade player. Like what? That's why I was like this. He's got these. He's seen it done on the show. Yeah. He's got the idea, like, oh, this is how you play an idol offensively. This is how you do. But his execution leaves a lot to
be. Isn't he? Well, he needs maybe he'll learn hopefully through that. Like, because he's got the.
I don't think he will because if you saw him at that tribal, he was pretty chuffed about what had happened.
Yeah.
So in his mind, that is actually a successful strategy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true.
Now with a better class of player, like let's say Chrissy, right? Yeah. That's not going to work.
Yeah, no.
Somebody or Ryan, right? Somebody who's watching and has a good social game. That sort of strategy is not going to work. The blow up and all that.
Yeah, look. Thank you for playing the idol offensively.
Yes,
We've needed an offensive idol play for a little while now, haven't we?
Yeah.
But it also, what was really great is we get our twist coming in and throws a whole spanner.
This is, and let's put it this way. I think it's a really good thing on Jessica's part.
Yeah.
Well, not really good, but I couldn't actually think of anything else she could have done with it. She's looked at that tribe, she's summed it up, and she's actually been accurate about what she thinks is going to happen, and she's taken out the swing vote.
But do you also think she's taken out the swing vote to almost save the swing vote? Because now that responsibility of a vote, like she might because she's obviously attracted to Cole.
Well, no,
and now Devon is a very similar looking, good looking lad, young guy.
I'm not sure about that, but it did strike me that even if it's unintended, she may have actually just saved Devon.
Yeah, it's
because now he can actually sit there and go to Joe. Oh, actually, I was actually going to vote Alan.
Yeah, obviously he's
because he didn't actually get to write
nothing down. Yeah. So he has no responsibility. Like if 3 votes came out for Joe, line was crossed for Alan.
Exactly. That's right.
And Devon would have been in that situation. Was like, crap, I chose the wrong
side.
So
I'm not sure she I think what Jessica's done is she's sent it to nullify a vote against the healers.
Yeah.
I think she was just about preserving the healer tribe.
Okay.
Right. And I think that was the basic reason she done. She's inadvertently saved Devon though.
Yeah, look, it was an interesting and a really good little tribal that... It was funny, like, it was a great tribal, but not purely out of strategy or anything.
Yeah,
Like, there was some
exactly.
fun strategy there, and Alan goes home, which works far better for Ashley than, I think, her
Well, actually,
siding with Alan.
did you see the look on her face at the end of that tribal? Like, I don't think she's completely unhappy with the result.
No, that's the thing. Like, I think it's a relief for her that now she doesn't feel... She must have felt tied to that bond.
Exactly. You know,
Of
tied
being
to the rock.
the hero, the hero
Yeah.
bond that was
Yeah.
weighing her down, sinking her.
Yeah.
Like, and that happening for her, because that's the one thing that Joe's explosion did do. It also brought our short fuse loose cannon up, and he kind of fought back. He arced up, and he did his...
Well, yeah. We're talking
like,
about it now!
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's gone... He's arced up and he's like, yeah, sweet, we know where we want to aim. So that's probably the one thing, the good benefit of me saying, like, of Joe exploding would be me agreeing to the point we know who we want to target. We know who's the one.
I think actually through that play, though, through Joe's play, Ashley and Devon actually have an opportunity with Desi here.
I agree.
Right? They can go to Desi now and go, do you really want to hook up with that?
Yeah.
It's a loose cannon. Like, sure, he had an idol this time, but the only thing that saved you was him having that idol.
Yeah.
In normal gameplay, he's just going to throw you under the bus, girl.
Yeah.
Because she's just been thrown under the bus.
I agree. I think Joe's explosion is you stick out. You know, the less you can stick out, the better.
Look, overall though, I thought it was a very good episode.
Yeah, enjoyable episode. Loved it. I
really liked
it.
And I'm really looking forward to next week now.
Why?
Why? Because I think, look, this is why I like these sort of change-ups on America, because it throws everything up in the air. People do have to scramble, but you see, the good thing about this is you actually see the good players start, or who could be the good players start to come out.
Yeah.
Because it's in the change-up, it's in the...
What is that?
Doom Train. Look, the good thing is, when they do these change-ups, you can see that the good players start to develop here, because you start to see their thinking come out.
Yeah.
How they adapt to the change.
Yeah, that's the thing. The more changes that get thrown at you, and you can adapt and
that's when you start to see the good players.
Yeah.
Start to develop is when because you'll see them adapt, and you'll see the bad players simply sit there and go, oh well, I was part of blue, so I'm going to stay blue.
Stay blue. Yeah. And no reason to do that.
No reason to do that. This is
unless they were your tight alliance, yeah. But especially in Ashley's case, it was poor gameplay.
Yeah. Well, look, only one person can win the $1 million. It's a personal game. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Forget about tribes. Forget about colours.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to the quicker you can let go of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it advances your game so much if you can let go of that from pretty much from day one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm on blue, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather be connected with this person and work with this person no matter which tribe we're on, and come back together and information and share.
Well, actually, look, Ryan and Chrissy, in their conversation, right? Ryan was, when she said to him, well, why did you pick me to give me the island? He said, oh, just a good vibe, and I've always and I thought you were somebody I wanted to work with.
Simple.
It's simple. It's It's not about tribes. It's about who I want to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the key. Which tribe is going to captain?
I don't even bloody know their names.
Just red, blue, or yellow.
Let's say who went this week? Yellow.
Blue.
Green is going to go.
This green tribe is coming up a lot, right?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Look, maybe blue go back to tribal.
Well,
maybe
this is
blue
what I was
go
going
back
to
to
say.
tribal.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's amazing. We see this season and season after season. You'll have one tribe go to tribal consecutively a lot, won't you? You know, and I don't think blue's in a particularly good state.
No, I don't.
Right? With Joe and Desi,
yeah,
and Devon and Ashley, I don't think it's in a great working together state.
Okay, so if blue go, Joe goes home.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Let's do it that way, because I cannot. It's too early for me to really just lock it in.
I know.
If yellow go, who was on yellow again?
Jessica and Cole.
That's right. Cole goes home.
Cole goes
if
home.
red go,
oh yeah, if red goes.
Rourke goes home. Wait, Rourke's not on red tribe.
No, Lauren is.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's
Hang on,
my...
wait. Yellow is not.
Red. Maybe
Right,
Jessica's with...
Lauren.
Jessica's on red.
Hey?
Jessica's on red.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And yellow raw,
Lauren's the
because
only one that stayed in the Hustler tribe from red, right? So, Cole, Jessica, and Mike are red with Ben.
Okay, we've screwed up this entire episode. We've switched the
Do you want
colours.
to go and check again?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, we're not going to check. We've done it. We kind of know who's on
Look,
what
I
tribe.
think
We don't know what
Blue's
colour they're
going.
in.
I don't think they're in a good position.
Okay, and who do you reckon's going to go home?
I really hate to think they'd stay with lines drawn, in which case it could go down to whatever.
Rocks.
Rocks.
Yeah, it could go to rocks. Yeah.
That would be a bit of a
Weird.
disaster.
It'd be weird to go to rocks at this point, but
Yes.
yeah. That actually they did mention that. So yeah, Blue's probably going to go. If they're going to throw,
Oh no,
it's going
look,
to rocks.
I'm not doing that from the edit. I'm not doing
Okay.
that from the edit because the Americans have this.
They get us.
Afraid, yeah.
They bloody bait us, and we're always biting. They
That's
reel
right.
me in every single time.
Actually, maybe we should be picking another colour then. But anyway, look,
Jeff.
Jeff.
He goes home.
Jeff goes
Finally, after 16, 17 years, the tribe has spoken.
Jeff Ross.
Yeah, I could never see. Can never get rid of him.
No, look, okay. But I think Blue's going to go back, and
Hopefully another rock draw.
as much as I'd like to say it's going to be a Joe, I don't think it will be Joe. Unfortunately, I think Desi will stick with Joe. And I think it'll be one of the others. It'll be Ashley and Devon, so I'm going to go with Ashley.
I'm going to stick with Joe. I'm going to have faith that you get rid of the people who shouldn't be on the game.
And
Not that he shouldn't be on. That's harsh. That is harsh.
As to our previous predictions, I picked JP, which wasn't in the mix at all.
Yeah.
But at least you picked
Joe.
Alan.
No.
Sorry, you picked Joe. So you got half right because it would have been Joe if all the idols and
all the mixes. Yeah. Okay, so it's close. It's on the money.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stick with Joe again.
Okay.
I feel like his time's coming up. He doesn't have.
A broken clock is right twice a day. So eventually you'll get it right. Joe will go home.
Nice.
Next week.
Tell us who you think's going to go home.
Please.
Give us some comments. Say what you liked about the episode.
I wish we had some American buffs to give away.
Well, we can still give out some.
We'll give it
We got
straight.
stacks. If you want a buff, email us.
Yeah, please do.
Send us a photo of you wearing your buff.
Hey, that's a great one. That is awesome.
Why not? That's it.
Actually, can they post that in the comments?
I'm sure they can.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Chuck in the comments. Chuck in a photo of you.
I'd love to see
watching
people wearing
Survivor.
the buffs we gave. If they took a photo when they were watching Survivor with the buff on, that'd be awesome.
Make our day.
Yeah, make it a day. Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be good. Anyway, I think that's all from us.
Have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I will not. That's it. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, dislike, whatever you want to do. Come back for more. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. It's really heating. It's starting to get good, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, see you next week.
I'm Robin.
I'm Jay.
We're the Inwits. Catch up.
Ciao.